news happens, and you're there to witness it. Call the 89 WLS News Tip Hotline at 312-236-0507 and let us know. Keeping Chicago covered. 89 WLS.
The decade of war is now ending. An economic recovery has begun. America's possibilities are limitless.
You know, there's nothing like hearing him when he's going like that. I feel like, so I get a tingle up my leg, you know? It's just so tingly. And we're going to go to Rose, Evergreen Park. Rose, you're on.
Good morning. The reason I'm calling, I know I'm probably talking about something very minor, but at the Capitol luncheon, I noticed the terrible table manners. I've always taught my children, and now my grandchildren, keep your elbows off the table.
Yes, Rose, my mom did that to me all the time. Never put your elbows on the table.
Oh, good. I thought it was a lost
No, you're not alone. My mom's listening right now. She used to take the wooden spoon out and whack us with the wooden spoon.
Well, Michelle Obama she had her elbows on the table. She's shoveling the food. Maybe she was protecting her food from Boehner. That's what it looked like.
Maybe that's what she rolled her eyes for, but that's debatable. We don't know if she really rolled her eyes or just was sort of glancing.
What is with people who don't have table manners? I'm surprised. Laura Bush knew how to...
Of course she did.
Cut a bison steak.
All my friends, John, eat with their fingers. I don't know what you're talking about.
These new kids today.
Caveman style.
Well, with pizza, that's fine. But, but still, elbows off the table.
Thanks, Rose.
We got this text in, John, real quick.
Yeah, okay.
They're asking me to give you a 1950-style slap across the face to stop the hysteria.
Lauren, quick.
You feel better?
Give John a 1950-style slap across the face to stop his hysteria. It's for his own good. Ow, thanks.
You feel better?
I needed that. But I'm still a liberal now. It's just, I feel like a little... Like a bird that just hatched out of an egg. I'm in my liberal mode now.
You've got Hopium.
I can't wait.
You're on your Hopium.
Smoking the Hopium. 4 terms more of Obama. And we'll be back. 89 WLS. We'll be back right after this. John Cass, Lauren Cohn.
Wednesday morning with Bruce Wolf and Dan Proft on 89 WLS. Should people stop saying, do I look fat?
In my interview with former Senator and current Heritage Foundation President Jim DeMint.
That's Wednesday morning. Bruce Wolf, Dan Proft, 89 WLS.
Get everything you need to know before you get to work. And some high-energy common sense. Plus news, traffic, and weather first on the 5s. And some laughs. Bruce Wolf and Dan Proft, mornings at 5. On Chicago's Talk Leader, 89 WLS. And right now you have John Cass and Lauren Cohn here, and we're just, I don't know what it was exactly, Lauren, when I had my conversion, but I think it was smoking about the third pipe of Hopium yesterday while I was...
And a side of bacon for breakfast.
And the side of bacon, watching government get bigger and bigger, and all the reporters and everybody reading about it today telling me not to be cynical, to love, just to enjoy what's going on.
Have hope and unemployment 7.8%.
Yeah, exactly. We have Tom from South Holland. Tom, aren't you excited too?
Oh, John and Lauren, I am just so excited. My God, I need rubber pants. I'll tell you the truth. I'm kind of looking at this proposal you just made that there's a possibility that he may be able to pull the eyes over the wool over the eyes of the politically ignorant out there, which are masses of them, and somehow, by a miracle, gets himself a third term.
What's wrong with that?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying now, John.
Didn't Bloomberg get another term?
Because we don't have to decide how many pieces of bacon to eat, how many French fries to eat, how many bites of a cheeseburger to take. They will take care of that for you. They will be telling you how many ounces of pop to drink. So I'm kind of looking forward to that so that I can sit back and not to have to worry about how much to eat. They will tell me. And to follow up on that, if he does get a third term, Mr. President just does not make it. It's not a big enough title because in England, the Queen's the Queen forever, and she's the Queen. She's Queen Elizabeth, maybe the second.
Okay, you're going on. You're going on too much. I think smoke some Hopium, dude. Grow your Obama chia head. Clip it off the top of the head. Roll it up. Smoke it. You'll calm down. It'll be better because I love Tom and all our listeners who call in at 591-8900. I'll tell you one thing that happened yesterday, Lauren, that you talked about. Kelly Clarkson. Wasn't that just uplifting?
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I see.
Or was he just ogling her? Did you see the photo, John?
That's what,
he's behind her. And
while she's singing.
And he's sort of peering off to the side. We have it up on our website, so you should go take a look at it, everybody.
Right, at WLS.com.
You're wondering, what is Bill Clinton doing? And remember, he's looking at her...
He's looking at her posterior.
Derriere?
Is that what we call it now?
I'm trying to be polite here.
Yeah.
What was Bill Clinton... Forget Michelle Obama possibly or not rolling her eyes at John Boehner while she's eating.
The president of the United States, former president, is ogling the buttocks of a popular singer. Is that what you're basically saying?
That's what it appears.
This is so...
I'd have to further investigate it, but that's what it appears.
And
It's a great photo.
But what does it tell you?
He is a Kelly Clarkson fan.
He is such a fan.
As he should be.
He's such a fan. Listen, Pauline at Highland Park, you're on 89 WLS with John Cass, Lauren Cohn.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to just chime in a little bit because I heard that caller you just had to that man who called.
Yeah.
And I think it is terribly, terribly sad for you. I feel bad for you and for him.
Why?
You can't be happier and more positive about what's happening.
But I am happy.
Pardon?
I am happy.
Well,
I'm publicly...
Okay, you're being facetious.
No,
and I that's fine.
Pauline, I love you, but tell me why. Because I'm just saying, and I want to hear your response, I'm about ready to chuck everything I've been told I'm wrong about. I was supportive of smaller government, individual freedom, but now I see that the American people and the president and the Democratic Party and many of my colleagues in the media have been telling me, don't be such a cynic. This is beautiful. And I'm trying to embrace it, and now you're dissing me? Pauline, what's up?
No, you know what? If that's the case, and I guess I haven't been listening long enough this morning, then I applaud you because I believe this is a transformative time, not just a transformative president, which I believe he is, but a transformative time in human history, not just the United States history.
You mean like evolution?
Yes. I believe the human race it has evolved. It's been, it's hard to see when you're in the middle of it. It's kind of hard to see. But the fact that we have, when I was younger, I admit I was not enlightened enough. I didn't know gay people. I didn't know. I mean, now I have gay friends, and
Does that mean you're more in? But here's the question, and I understand they take the gay thing on the side or any one specific. The more liberal you become, then, by your definition, the more of a higher evolved, state you have reached. So you become more evolved as you become more to the left. Is that basically how it works, logically?
You're putting it in terms that could sound laughable, but the answer to the question is yes.
Pauline, let me ask you this: do you feel more hopeful about the economy? About consumer confidence out there? People have the ability to find jobs, stay in their homes. Do you feel that things are getting better?
Yes, I do. Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I'm the daughter of scientists. My brother is a Harvard-educated climate scientist. My father is a retired NASA physicist. Mm-hmm. Another brother is an international studies professor at William & Mary. I mean, I have seen, we have been in the depths, our family's been in the depths of sadness during a previous president's reign,
right,
and the hole that he put us in with his administration. And we are uplifted as a group and as an intelligent body of people. And I see this everywhere. It's not just us. It's not just me. I feel this. It's palpable. It is something that I feel in the universe, and especially.
Well, I'm so glad, Pauline, you called. Sorry you had to drop you, but I love the fact that you called. I want to evolve to a higher being myself. I'm John Cass with Lauren Cohn. More of your texts and calls on the President's Big Day right after this.
When you want Chicago's classic hits, turn to 94.7 WLS. For traffic and weather info, tune into 890 AM WLS for traffic and weather first on the fives when you need it most.
89 WLS, John Cass, Lauren Cohn. Lauren, we just had a call where the woman, Pauline from Highland Park, basically explained to me that the more liberal I get, the higher evolved I become.
Well, and she feels that things are getting better. That's her opinion.
But I just love the idea that if I agree with someone, then I become less of a caveman and more of a Cro-Magnon man.
Well, maybe that slap I hit you with earlier worked.
You slapped me down in the truck. I hope you don't disagree with Pauline, do you?
Vehemently. Liberalism is the biggest farce played on this planet since Nazism. And I'll tell you why. Because it's 99% style over substance. Prime example is the President Obama's health care initiative. All right? Besides the fact that he's given, waivers to, 3/4 of his campaign contributors, so they don't have to deal with it.
Oh, like the
Congress
unions?
exempts himself from it, so they don't have to deal with it. The law of unintended consequences says that in order for big business to keep on functioning at a profit so they can stay in business, they're now cutting back people to 35 hours a week or less, so they don't have to deal with it. Hence, nobody's getting the health care he promised. Style over substance.
Don, I want to thank you so much, but you're kind of depressing me because I was trying to evolve to a higher order of being. The farther left I go, the smarter I become, the more evolved I get.
Sounds scientific.
Not true? Anthony from Moselle. Anthony.
Hey, John, I hate to depress you even more, but Pauline did something that I noticed something when she mentioned all those occupations that her family has. Every one of them is a government project, a government program.
Not the university.
Pardon?
Or one of her brothers is a foreign international relations professor at a major university.
Right. One worked for NASA.
Right.
They're all government jobs, and that's why she loves this president, and all the rest of the liberals who have government jobs love them. They have the one thing none of us in the private sector have, and that's a government-protected pension plan. Their pensions never go down. They never lose them. They'll continue to grow and grow and grow. And she needs to understand something about, Pauline needs to understand a little bit about something. That's all going to run out. When you start having more people in the government sector, in the public sector, than you do in the private sector, then it falls apart, and that's where we're headed.
So we're kind of like a big plate of Greek flamin' cheese ready for the match, right?
That's about what it comes down to.
Wappa.
Yeah.
Wappa.
Just add a vegetable to it.
Add some vegetables, Lauren. All right, thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Doug. Lauren, I still want to evolve into the higher form of being. I know that at the newspaper, if the more liberal I become, I think the smarter I get. Isn't that how it works in this country?
I think it's your diet, John. I think it has nothing to do with it.
Really?
If you eat well, you'll become smarter.
Okay, like if I eat like Michelle?
Eat omega-3s and omega... No, not like Michelle. Like Michelle was preaching last term.
Last week. Not with the bacon and the apple pies and the no vegetables?
We'll see where she takes it for the next 4 years. And you know what? It is okay to indulge, but maybe not when you're the first lady setting the example.
Nanny. Walt from Lincoln Park. Walt, do you want to evolve with me? Oh, you know what, Walt? We have to go. I'm sorry. We have to break, and we'll be back after this.
Breaking news around the clock. One station making history every day. Chicago's talk leader, 89 WLS.
Chicago's talk leader, 89 WLS, on the air and on iHeartRadio. John Cass, Lauren Cohn, 89 WLS. We're trying to evolve into higher forms of being, and we've got Walt in Lincoln Park. Walt, you got 10 seconds. What's up?
I found out it's the ruthless rules of reality, survival. I'm a very conservative, libertarian kind of guy. Watching Obama win, it became very clear that the have-nots got what they needed because I got what I needed. Through Obamacare, I lost my health insurance. I needed the operations, a lot of pain, big story. But make a long story short, I just had an operation, being able to sleep first time in years. And I was listening yesterday, and I was thinking all of my opposition to Obamacare, my intellectual was totally defeated by my personal need. And I think it boils down to that and as long as you keep giving people what they want, you're going to get elected.
Well, thanks, Walt. And when we come back, we're going to have Scott Martin, economist, to talk about the fiscal debt issue that's facing. But also, Lauren, when we come back, where do the we've been having fun with the dress and President Clinton looking at Kelly Clarkson's buttocks.
But seriously, we've got a giant debt issue.
Where are the Republicans now?
They're retreating is where they are, John.
Do they stand for anything? What do they stand for?
They're retreating on the debt limit.
Do they know what they stand for anymore?
We need to learn to live within our means. Is that a new concept or something your parents taught you?
You mean we're not supposed to spend everything we have and then use the credit card to
look where we are.
I took my children's credit card and I ran up another $1 trillion. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? No? When we come back, we'll get to this. Where are the Republicans going and what's going on with the next fiscal challenge? John Cass, Lauren Cohn, back after more of your texts and calls. 89 WLS.
One station making history every day.
Scrutiny, what else do you want? You want to take my shorts? I get scrutiny every day. Don't worry, from each and every one of you.
I have only one thing to say to the tax increasers. Go ahead, make my day.
There's such a backlog of corpses here at the morgue, they're actually storing them in refrigerated trucks.
The liberation of Kuwait has begun. It's under the code name Operation Desert Storm.
Chicago's talk leader, 89 WL.